Welcome back. I'm Hala Al-Hamalawi with the details. Presidential spokesman Ambassador Bassam Radi said that President Al-Sisi received a phone call from Sultan Haytham bin Tariq Al Said of Oman. Radi said that the call tackled bilateral ties and a number of regional issues of mutual concern. He said that they exchanged their Eid al-Adha greetings during the call. He said that during the call, President Al-Sisi expressed well wishes for Sultan bin Said to continue with the comprehensive development path launched by late Sultan Qaboos and for achieving the Oman Vision 2040. He described ties between Egypt and Oman as historical and friendly throughout decades of solidarity in the face of challenges and crises. For its part, the Sultan praised bilateral ties, saying that Oman is keen on boosting cooperation mechanisms and continuing with coordination over regional and international issues of mutual concern. President Al-Sisi said that Egypt's stance over the GERD is solid. He said that Egypt is adamant on protecting its water rights in the Nile and reaching a legally binding agreement for the filling and operation of the dam to achieve the interests of all parties fairly. President Al-Sisi was speaking during a meeting with visiting Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. During the meeting, the Chinese Foreign Minister said that his country understands the extreme importance of the Nile River for Egypt and China's keenness on reaching a solution for the issue in a way that serves the interest of all parties. President Al-Sisi also said that Egypt is keen on expanding strategic partnership with China and utilizing Chinese expertise in backing developmental programs and national projects. The Chinese Foreign Minister delivered a vocal message from the Chinese president, saying that China is keen on developing strategic ties with Egypt and is backing development efforts in the country. The Chinese president also expressed backing for Cairo in the fight against terrorism and achieving security and stability in the region. He said Egypt has been accepted as a dialogue partner in the Shanghai Organization for Development. The meeting with the Chinese Foreign Minister also reviewed cooperation in the fight against the coronavirus. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouly asserted that New Alamein city is a promising region with many investment opportunities, work opportunities and tourist sites. He said that what has been implemented in this city makes it the city of the future, like the new administrative capital. He said New Alamein has witnessed the establishment of several mega projects that reflect Egypt's civilized image before world countries. Madbouly's remarks came during his tour in New Alamein city with Minister of Housing Asim Al-Ghazar and a number of officials. During the tour, they inspected several housing and tourism projects that are being implemented. The Prime Minister also visited a number of towers under construction and in the coastal district known as Marina Al Alamein Towers. Madbouly also called for the speedy implementation of projects in the city. Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri received China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi at the cabinet headquarters in the New Alamein city on Sunday. The talks discussed Egyptian-Chinese ties and means of boosting cooperation as well as regional and international issues of mutual concern. During the talks, Shukri said that Cairo is looking forward for more support from China in the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam issue in light of the importance of the file for Cairo and Khartoum. Minister of Irrigation Muhammad Abdulati discussed with his South Sudanese counterpart Manawa Peter means of enhancing bilateral relations in the field of water resources. Abdulati said that the ministry had dug 6 subterranean wells in Juba city and took part in technical and economic studies for the Wo Dam project. He said that several Nile platforms have been established to link the main cities and villages with South Sudan. The minister said that the ministry has also completed the cleaning of the drainage in Bahr al-Ghazal that will provide job opportunities, facilitate the establishment of fish farms and protect villages and agricultural lands from submerging due to the rise in the water levels during the flood period. Head of the National Media Authority Hussein Zine congratulated President Al-Sisi on Al-Adha feast. He said that he is extending the greetings, hoping that President Al-Sisi will be blessed with continuing with the path to build a strong national state with a better future for Egypt and its people. Zain also extended the Eid greetings to Prime Minister Madbouly and cabinet ministers. He said that Honest efforts by the president and his wise leadership in coordination with the solidarity of the Egyptian people will counter all challenges to the Egyptian state and help continue with the development path in all fields. Pilgrims began arriving in the holy city of Mecca on Saturday for the second downsized Hajj staged during the coronavirus pandemic, doing the rituals in mosques and on the distant paths. More details.
Hajj pilgrims streamed out of the holy city of Mecca Sunday, launching the rituals of the Great Pilgrimage, which Saudi Arabia is holding in a scaled-down form for a second year to ward off coronavirus. Saudi Arabia is allowing only 60,000 fully vaccinated citizens and residents of the kingdom to take part, far from the vast crowds that descend on Mecca in normal times when the ritual draws some 2.5 million pilgrims. Since Saturday, groups of pilgrims have been performing the tawaf at Mecca's Grand Mosque, circling the Kaaba, a large cubic structure draped in golden embroidered black cloth towards which Muslims around the world pray. After that, pilgrims have been making their way to the valley of Mina, where they will spend the night. Deputy Minister of Hajj and Umrah Abdul Fattah bin Sulaiman Mashat said 46,000 pilgrims have arrived in Mina. Mina sits in a narrow valley surrounded by rocky mountains, and it is transformed each year into a vast encampment for pilgrims. Director of the Hajj and Umrah department at the Health Ministry said public health teams are monitoring the health status of pilgrims around the clock upon their arrival in Mecca. Anyone found to be infected would be taken to isolation facilities, he added. And the high point of the Hajj, worshippers will on Monday climb Mount Arafat. Worshippers will undertake hours of prayers and Quranic recitals. After descending the following day, they will gather pebbles and perform the symbolic stoning of the devil. The Hajj, usually one of the world's largest annual religious gatherings, is one of the 5 pillars of Islam and must be undertaken by all Muslims with the means at least once in their lives. This year's pilgrimage is larger than the pared-down version staged in 2020, but drastically smaller than in normal times.
Egypt reported 69 new coronavirus infections, bringing the total number of cases to 283,636 people since the outbreak hit the country in mid-February last year. The Health Ministry also reported 8 new deaths, bringing the total number of fatalities to 16,439. The ministry added that 898 patients were discharged from hospitals, rising the number of those who have recovered to 223,213 people. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson and his fiancée, Minister Rishi Sunak, Finance Minister Rishi Sunak, will be limited to working from their offices and subject to daily COVID-19 testing after being identified as a contact of someone who tested positive for the virus.